Jean Lowrie-Chin'S delightfully charming and yet compelling new book of poetry and writings, Souldance, takes you on a journey into the quintessential Jamaican paradise where she shares stories of her growing up in Jamaica, societal issues and its impact on Jamaican life, and the beauty of a culture that is totally immersed in today's pop culture. At a recent launch in New York City, Jean dazzles the crowd with her charm, laughter, and infectious spirit.
I'm here today to support my amazing friend, Jean Lowrie-Chin, who's been an important part of my life and my own personal development for many, many years. We started out as PR and advertising colleagues back in Jamaica, and out of that evolved an amazing friendship. She's seen me through some very challenging times, both personal and professional. And as someone who has some writing experience, I can say with some authority that it's not easy to do what she's done. So I just wanted to come out and to share this very special moment with her, and to have the privilege of actually saying a few of these wonderful poems tonight, some of which moved me very, very deeply. So I'm really looking forward to it. When I hear the name Souldance, I think of my ancestors.
First I heard the name Souldance, I thought it was a song.
How wondrous is the truth I found. The soul is not by body bound. It travels like a ray of light and sees universal sights. And so my soul will keep me whole when senses fade and steps grow slow.
I think of the heartbeat of the Jamaican people found in our reggae and in our spoken word pieces. I think of the artists that have gone before Jean and myself, on whose shoulders we stand, the remarkable Louise Bennett Coverley, the amazing Bob Marley, the outstanding Jimmy Cliff. These are our soul dancers, and Jean celebrates them wonderfully in this book.
Clap soul hands, tap soul feet, and dance to heaven's mighty. It's my pleasure to introduce my book, Souldance. It is a book of poetry and commentary, and it really is infused with my love of Jamaica and the Caribbean, and the real beauty of our people and our landscape. So I do hope that readers will enjoy Souldance, and that it will actually help to lift their spirits, because that is really my intention with this book. Oh, and marry this man. Ooh, in his time was quite a dancer. And he said, I must make sure I tell you that this poem was written in the 70s when he really could drop foot. And one day, the radio was playing this song. Tani terrible morning, Eden no light, Johnny. All of a sudden, this Chinaman just jumped up and started dancing the dance. And I wrote this poem. It's called "And Chinaman Jumped to the Rhythm of Jah." It was a new day, precious day, when my Chinaman jumped to the rhythm of Jah with a 1-foot shuffle and an eye to the sky, and him locks semi-dot, just a shade and a fly. And it grieved me to know that a man with a gun cuss him and rob him, nearly shoot him for nothing. But the man with the gun couldn't know that my man, with a mother and a father from a far east land, would have moved to the beat of the Rasta drum and jump to the rhythm of Jah.
My name is Gail Money. I'm the Executive Vice President and Director of the Travel and Economic Development Practice at Root of Finn. And one of our major clients in the travel practice is, of course, the Jamaica Tourist Board. And we are very proud to have Jean Lowrie-Chin here with us tonight, launching her new book, Souldance. And it's an example of the types of things that we do on a daily basis to promote the Jamaica tourism product, and the Jamaica product in general. It's not just for tourists, it's also for Jamaicans living abroad to try and remind them of reasons why they should go back home. And so we do that through sharing the cuisine, sharing culture, sharing music, our sports phenomenon. We have more geniuses and extraordinary young people coming out of Jamaica than anywhere in the world. So tonight's event is highlighting the literature and the importance of the literature of Jamaica through our genius, and that's Jean.
Jean's is a very eloquent and poignant Jamaican voice. It really does make those of us who have relocated pine for home. And, you know, to coin a very famous JTV phrase, once you go, you know. And with Souldance, Jean takes us there. And I challenge anyone who reads this book not to want to book an airline trip on the very next flight to go to Jamaica.
Yeah.
Once you've read Souldance, you really do experience the essence of the Jamaican people in many, many different ways.
Do you find a lot of people identifying with the book, the nostalgic aspect of it? Are they tapping into it and saying, you know what, that's like home?
Yes, people are, because, you know, we mentioned people like Lou and Rani, who are old traditional Jamaican comedians. We mention this landscape, you know, the countryside, the delicious fruit we have, the road trips that you can take in Jamaica, and there's not one road trip, no matter how many times you take it, can be boring.
Yeah.
So it does bring back a lot of memories for Jamaica.
Well, you could see it just watching the people in the audience as they listen to her do her readings, that she would say things that they were like, oh yeah, my mom used to say that. Or you could see that it was something that really they had a passion about and it touched a chord. And so that kind of thing, not only, you know, as I said, it works for visitors, it works for, you know, people who are from Jamaica, people who are Jamaican ancestry born in this country, to help them rediscover themselves.
When John put a wheel into the yard, beating all kind of contraption. Till she start feel contraction. Rolling calf dance with pregnant woman, pitching patchy with police, and me, I dig into creation. A lively little exclamation. So, you take a big chance when you ask me for a dance. This white-looking lady is a born Westmoreland. John couldn't be.
It's back to that Jankun. Yes, it brings back memories. You know, because Jankun can be scary. Okay? Because I was scared by one of them once, and it can be scary if you're a child and you don't know what to expect. I remember this particular incident where this Jankun just had the head of a horse. And he came at me and snapped his teeth. Bam! And that scared me. I never forget that. I still, up to this day, I still remember that. You know, that it's so vivid, and it's a vivid picture in my mind. You know, the Jankun coming at you. I ran and I hid under the bed for maybe 2 or 3 days. But she made fun of it, and she added humor to it. In other words, the Jankun scared her mom so bad that she gave birth that same night. So that's how she became a Jankun baby. Okay? I like the book. Yeah, I like the book.
I'm inspired by you. The book, the photograph, and I mean, it's so angelic.
The angels.
Yes.
The little Rasta angels.
Yes.
You know, there is a Latin poet called Nicolas Guillet. And a line from his poem is Pinta mis angelitos negros. Because he would go to the cathedrals. He lives in a black country. I think he's from Chile. And he would see all of these white angels. And he was saying, please paint my angels black. So when I saw this painting by my friend Viv Logan, I said, may I please use this for my cover?
Yes.
And you know, she said, no charge. She just gave me that painting for the cover.
God. So that spoke to you, and it told the story in terms of what you were bringing across.
Yes, it did. It showed you a beautiful heaven where color was immaterial, and where our little Rasta angels could enjoy themselves too.
Which one moved you? You said moved you.
Yes, there is a very poignant piece called Your Son Too. and I'm going to be reading it tonight. And it's in dedication to a young Jamaican man, Lee Boyd Malvo, who is now incarcerated for the rest of his life. He was one of the two men charged with the sniper attacks in Washington, D.C. a few years ago. And what Jean has captured very eloquently in her book is the fact that here was a young man who was born no differently from anyone else, by accident of circumstance and by some unfortunate twists of fate. He wound up being kind of adopted by the wrong man. And as a result of that, his life and his youth have pretty much been taken away from him. And Jean's poem, Your Son Too, is actually told from the perspective of the boy's mother. It's very, very moving, and as a man, it makes you think, as I said before, there but for the grace of God go I. It could happen to any of us. And I think that for any woman who is a mother, it also speaks to the fact that when you give birth, you really, and you have the joy of watching your child grow into something positive. You have to thank your lucky stars, because there are many forks in the road. And if, God forbid, your child goes down the wrong one, he could wind up like Lee Boyd Malvo. I'd say that's the one that really touched me the most.
Kumbaya, my Lord, Kumbaya. Oh Lord, Kumbaya. Who that you say? Parson Johnson come to pray? That cold hard man just full of chat. Tell him to go away. Who that now? Miss Brown? Top lady in the town? Says she's sorry for me, but she's sorry late, after she helped seal my picnic fate. When I find myself pregnant, I get confused. Pastor said I have no excuse. Beg a catch for my baby. Miss Brown refused. Oh Lord, Kumbaya. I send my picnic from pillar to post. Everything I work, him get the most. Teacher say him right. Get everything right. Oh Lord, Kumbaya. My boy getting bigger. I tried to get visa. They turned me down. So it's back with Miss Brown. Then my good friend whisper, no visa for Antigua. Oh Lord, Kumbaya. Man nice can't done. Treat my child like a son. My boy get a father to take him to America. Oh Lord, Kumbaya. I hear about sniper, and I pray for my son. Lord, protect him from that wicked gun. Oh God, the news reached me. My buckle my knee. My boy chained like slave in the land of the free. Oh Lord, Kumbaya. Out of my finger. Jamaica, Antigua, America. Look, it's a hook. And my son get the juke. Nerve gas soldier wreck him head, and know them say them want him dead. Oh Lord, Kumbaya. Mr. Patap, Mr. Parson man, you can turn your back and wash your hand. Blame me for taking up with man, but me and God know what is true. Lee Boyd Malvo is your son too. Oh Lord, Kumbaya. Thank you so much.
The Professor the Honorable Rex Maxwell used to always tell us that an artist has a responsibility not only to hold a mirror up to the society and to show us for who we are, but we also have a responsibility as artists to light a beacon and show the way towards what we might become. And with all the sadness that has enveloped Jamaica very often in the years since our independence, Jean has remained a remarkably positive person, and this is very much played out in her book. So I thank her for shedding a positive light on Jamaica, which is not always treated kindly by the media, and for showing people that we are more than sun, sea, and sand, and reggae.
I think it's one of those places that once you go there, you go back.